Yes, guys, good morning, guys. Welcome to the YouTube channel, guys. This is the Olkak TV by Matafari. Welcome to Olkak TV show, guys. This morning, guys, I just want to talk and react on the speech of the president yesterday, guys. I just want to react on the speech of the president, the Kasongo, guys, the famous Kasongo. Therefore, uh, guys, Honorable Mwai Kibaki, the former president, with our retired vice president by then, Honorable Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Guys, with some of the diplomats, the clergy, and other stakeholders, guys, visualized the Vision 2030, guys. By then, guys, the year, I believe the year was in post-election violence. That's after, I think it was 2027, 2020, 2007. If I'm not wrong, guys, probably it must have been 2007, 2008, around there. As we speak this year, guys, this is 2026, guys. This is 2026. Just 4 years before the end of the said Vision 2030, just 4 years before the expiry of the Vision 2030, guys. And guys, partisan aside, politics aside, choosing side aside, if you are a Kenyan ambassador, if you are a real Kenyan, guys, mzalendo Mkenya, then you need to agree with the president about his vision 2040, 2050, 2060, as said by Honorable Rigathi Gachagua. The vision 2060 is paramount, guys. By the time the Kenyan government was establishing Vision 2030, guys, we were at a par with some other countries which have actually took over. They have left us, guys, long time ago, and we are still lagging behind, guys. Without supporting Ruto, far away from the person who formalized the vision, that is Honorable Kibaki, who brought us free education, but also took a lot of development only to one region of Kenya. I will not mention the region, you know it. Left 75% of Kenya regions, other Kenyan regions. The person who formalized tribalism in Kenya, because after people were tired against the Kanu regime, Honorable President Arab Moi, by that time, all Kenyans came together because they were tired. They had only one calling: to get Moi out of power. By then, we didn't have Luya, we didn't have Luos, we didn't have Kalenjins, we didn't have all those tribes, guys. All Kenyan tribe came together with the one mission: to get Moi out of power. Therefore, there was no tribalism. And once they did that and Moi got out of power and Kibaki was proclaimed as the new president, Honorable Kibaki, in a short time, he went on to formulate the 5 M's, the Murungarus, and all those other names, guys. Made up his kitchen cabinet only of Kikuyus, and drove this country in a tribal line. And that is how the tribal dogs came about. So the idea now of Honorable Raila formalizing his agenda based on, not agenda, but formalizing his political matrix based on the tribal kingpin. Raila only echoed what Kibaki had done. So the country now, right away from 2007, was driven on the landscape of the tribal line. Despite that, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka and Kibaki came up with the Vision 2030, which actually they are the cornerstone. But least is that they never implemented it. The coming in of Honorable Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta took another 10 years. We expected him to actually advance the Vision 2030. Remember, it was based on Kenya should industrialize. Vision 2030 was based on the purging Kenyan population, which were unemployed, that they were to create some things which were to absorb these Kenyan youths, which were leaving the institutions with with the high learning knowledge. So when Kibaki came up with his new plan of free education in primary schools, he saw a bulge in the population in the primary schools doubling or tripling. So as the population doubled or tripled in the primary schools, ending in his 2012, 2013, the coming in of Honorable Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta saw the advancement of a narrative of 100% transition, because according to Uhuru Kenyatta, 25% of learners were dropping out of primary and high schools due to others repeating classes, others overpopulation, others some other minor reasons, especially in high schools, lack of some other basic fees. So Uhuru improved on on allocation of money in high schools. I think it was 22,000, if I'm not wrong, per student, and that improved the issue of dropouts. So Uhuru looked into 100% transition from high school to tertiary and universities, tertiary colleges and universities. It was a good thing. My problem is, while Kibaki gave 100% free education, Uhuru gave 100% transition, and Ruto, according to Ruto, he said that he built classrooms because the classes were bulged, they were overpopulated. One class was holding more than 100 pupils or students per room, which is against the UN Charter, UN Educational Charter, where a classroom is supposed to have only 40 to 45 students. Therefore, actually, Ruto also did well by employing 100,000 teachers, improving the ratio to child teacher to child teaching ratio, while teachers were teaching over 100 students in a classroom. Building of more classrooms uh, improved the division of classes into fair rooms, fair populated rooms of around now the rooms are around 50 students per room, and he also improved the ratio. While the teachers were holding teacher pupil ratio was one teacher to 60 students. Today, it is one teacher to 45 students, which is actually fair. But all that fairness in education does not address the Vision 2030, because now, after 100% transition of Uhuru Kenyatta, what do you do with these students that are out of college in millions? You created 100% transition. Kebaki created free primary, 100% learning. Uhuru created 100% transition, and Ruto has created 100% classrooms and teachers. Now, these students who are coming out of the colleges and the universities, where are they going to go? This explains why in the year 2024, we had a national demonstration of the huge purge. So that tells us that the Vision 2030 was never implemented. And now we are coming to its end. We are looking at its end when even it was not done. So it's just fair that Ruto had to move the goalpost from 2030 to 2060. Probably has gone very far. According to me, he could have just moved the goalpost by 10 years to 2040. And the elephant in the room should be, how do we employ these Kenyan youths? Of course, according to Ruto, the affordable housing has employed around 600,000. Probably it is true. I just don't want to give us passion. But does that explain that 100, does that be the only alternative of employing the Kenyan youths who are graduating from the university? Some of them are lawyers, others are doctors, others are the best engineers, others are the electricians. Now, we cannot take all these people to affordable housing. So, the need to close, to opening and creating or finding new industries to absorb more youths, the need to create and establish more supermarkets to employ more youths, the need to establish uh, funding talent innovation to support the youth. The idea of Ruto putting millions in the polytechnics to give a lot of skills to these youths is a good idea. I echo it and I support it. But training people with the skills who don't have either capital or who don't have a place where they're going to apply or to practice the skill is just the same as not training them at all. Therefore, guys, as I echo and I support the president's speech of creating a vision in 2060, has gone very far. Some of us will be dead by then. He could have just created this vision 2040 and ask Kenyans if Kenyans can adhere with him that the idea that each and every president comes in and creates his own plan and implements his own plan in the name of manifesto and does not follow the blueprint Kenyan plan should be put in the constitution as null and void. Each and every Kenyan new president who comes in, including if suppose Kenyans elect Sifuna as the new president, he should just come and go on with the Kenyan blueprint of the vision 2040 or 2050 or 2060 without coming in with his own new ideas. This will help us to move ahead. Anyway, guys, this is the Olkak TV. You are listening to Matafari, a political analyst, advisor, and a digital creator. Welcome, guys. I love you. Share the video, like, subscribe, press the notification button, guys, so that each and every time I create a new video, YouTube AI will always notify you on time. I love you guys. Have a good day. Today is Friday, 1st of August. Bye bye, guys. See you in the next video. I love you.